Hello everyone, welcome to the Nana Econometrics YouTube channel. If this is the first time you are viewing any video on this channel, kindly subscribe to this channel and also click on the notification bell so that you do not miss any subsequent video uploaded onto this channel. In this video, I'll take us through how to use Zotero. Zotero is a reference management software. So if you're a researcher, if you're a student working on your thesis or dissertation, or you work with anything that requires referencing or citing or creating any kind of bibliography, this video I believe would be helpful. Zotero makes referencing work very easy. And so kindly stay tuned as I take you through how to use the Zotero referencing manager.
Alright, to download Zotero, you just have to enter their web address, zotero.org, as you see my web address here, and it will take you to their download page where you can download Zotero for free. Clicking on download will take you to this page where you have access to download Zotero for your desktop and also to download the Chrome connector, the Zotero Chrome connector. So for Zotero to function effectively, you actually need both items. Download the Zotero for your desktop and install it onto your desktop or your laptop, and also click on install Chrome connector to get Zotero installed into your browser. So I'll presume you have installed, and I'll pick up from there and now take you to how to use Zotero for any referencing work you may need. Quickly. So I have already installed Zotero, and I'll quickly open my Zotero on my desktop. Okay, so I quickly open my Zotero since I already have it installed on my laptop. And this is actually the interface of Zotero. I have been using Zotero, that's why you see some files already loaded. If you download Zotero as a fresh app on your desktop, you may not see a lot of folders like you see in mine. So just a quick overview. Once you have your Zotero installed onto your laptop or desktop computer, some few settings I would recommend for you is to first, when you come to the edit option and you choose preferences, under the sync option, okay, the sync option, it gives you opportunity to create an account with Zotero. Create a Zotero account. Creating an account actually helps you to sync your files over the net so that you can work from more than one computer. You may be working from more than one computer. You may be working from home and also working from office. If you have an account, you can basically sync your files to the account, and you will not necessarily have to copy all the files in your Zotero library to any other computer when you want to switch computers. Okay, so I would really recommend you create an account, and it's very helpful for syncing. So that is one main thing I just wanted to draw attention to before we proceed with any other features of Zotero. Okay, quickly. So this basically is the interface of Zotero, and to actually start using Zotero, it is always good to organize your files orderly and also to keep them in a folder. The icon you see here named My Library is basically the mother folder of all documents in Zotero. So if I should minimize it, realize that everything is minimized and kept in the library. Once I click on the drop down arrow, I see all the subfolders. Okay, so all your documents are kept in the library, but you can keep your documents in specific folders based on projects you are working on. Okay, so to create a new folder, you just have to click on this icon. The pop-up option appears. You just give it a name. Let me give this a name, trial. Okay, trial. I'll name my folder trial folder. Okay, and this folder is basically what I'll be keeping all my files for this video tutorial. In the same way, so if you are working on a project, you just have to create a folder, give it the name of the project, and you can keep all documents related to that particular project in the folder. So the next thing I want to teach us is to how to fill your folder with the needed files. How to fill your folder with the needed files so that you can use them in your work. Okay, so I will just open my browser and I already have some preloaded web pages, and I want to start off by filling my Zotero folder with some articles. Okay, so I open this journal website, the Journal of Applied Economics, and if you can see from my screen, I have a lot of options. I have a lot of articles from which I can download. Okay, so if you install your Zotero Chrome connector, you would always see an icon. Okay, the icon changes depending on the type of website you access and the kind of files Zotero could have access to on the website. Okay, so here you see a yellow folder. This yellow folder basically indicates that Zotero can download more than one document or more than one article from the web page that I'm currently on. Okay, so if I should click this folder icon, Zotero gives me a drop-down option to select all the documents or all the articles I would want to download. If I want to download everything, I just have to click on select all and click on OK, and Zotero will download them into my Zotero library, the folder I have already selected. But I basically want to download one article, so I just have to click on the article that I desire to download. It should load pretty soon, and after it's loaded, you realize that now the icon here changes to a white icon. This white icon basically shows that Zotero can download one article from the web page on which I am on. So I click on this drop down arrow. I realize that it gives me a drop down option. It gives me this white icon. The white icon basically captures all the information about the documents that I actually want to download. So it's basically captures the meta information, the author name, date of publication, the series type, the volume type. Everything is captured here, and it is the information here that is used for all your referencing work. Okay, and the last option is basically the PDF. It basically means Zotero can also download the PDF itself. And the second Science Direct Snapshot is basically the web address of the page from which I'm downloading. So to get this added to my Zotero library, I just have to click on the down arrow, make sure that my folder, desired folder is selected, which is the trial folder. Click on done. Once I've clicked on that, I realize that Zotero actually saves it into this is my trial folder. You can see that the article is actually saved. If I should click on the drop down arrow, you see that the PDF of the article is also saved, and this is the link to the web address where the page was saved from. The first icon actually is, as I said earlier, the meta file, which captures all the article information, and this information is basically shown to the right side of my screen. Okay, where I have the item tab, which is a general article. I have the title, I have the author, abstract, okay, and any other information about the article I downloaded. And actually the information here is what is used in your referencing work by Zotero. So you can also make any desired changes here, and it will be reflected when you call on Zotero to do referencing, whether in text, citation, or inserted bibliography. Okay, so take note that you can also do editing. If you realize that some information captured here is wrong, you can basically manually do some changes. Okay, so this is one way through which you can fill your folder in Zotero with your desired document. Another way to basically populate your Zotero folder is to actually drag and drop any file or any document you may already have in your Zotero library. So I have a PDF article here. I'll basically drop it into my Zotero folder, and Zotero would automatically search the net and download its meta file, download all needed information for the referencing purpose. So you quickly see that Zotero quickly downloaded all the needed information, and then this information is what is captured here. Okay, and it actually also gives the document its right name, employee training and development. Okay, so I also have my information here already populated. If some information were missing or were not able to download, you can manually insert them. Okay, so these are two main ways through which you can fill your folder, okay, with any desired document. You can either drag and drop from your desktop or directly download from the net into your Zotero library. Okay, now I quickly want to also teach us another last method. Sometimes you may not have access, you may not have permission to download a particular article, okay, but you still want to cite that article in your work. How then are you able to add the citation information in Zotero so that though you don't have access to the article, you can still cite it in your work? I'll quickly visit the Emerald website and just search for a paper I don't have access to download. So you realize that this basically says I don't have access to download this particular article or book, but I still want to get its citation information into my Zotero library for use. I just have to click on the desired document I want to download, and I just have to download its RIS. RIS is basically research information system. Okay, so I just have to click on download as RIS. So when I click on this option, okay, it gives me an opportunity to download an RIS file, and that basically captures the citation information of this document. Okay, so I just have to know where this document was downloaded. Okay, it is captured in my downloads. How then do I get this document imported into my Zotero library? Okay, you just have to come to your Zotero, pop up your Zotero, then you can choose file. Once you choose file, you click on import. Okay, then you make sure that this option is selected. You click on next. Then now you navigate to where the file was downloaded. Okay, this is actually my downloaded RIS file. Okay, the research information systems document. Then I click on open. Okay, then make sure that copy files to Zotero storage folder is selected. Then you can click on next, and Zotero actually imports, okay, the citation information into your Zotero library. Okay, so this is actually the citation information into my Zotero library. It actually creates a new folder for it. Okay, if you don't want it captured in a different folder, you can always copy it and add it to your desired folder. Okay, so quickly, I want to teach us now how to use Zotero for your citation works or referencing works in your document. If you correctly installed Zotero, you should see the Zotero tab or ribbon popping up in your Microsoft Word processor. Okay, so it should appear. If it didn't appear here, it means you didn't install Zotero correctly. And kindly ensure that you close Microsoft Office processor Microsoft Office Word when installing Zotero onto your desktop or laptop. Okay, so quickly, how do I do an in-text citation? Okay, I already have some statements here, and I want to do an in-text citation. So the first statement, I want to insert, make a reference, okay, or do an insert citation. What you just have to do is you just have to click on this add or edit citation. And since it's the first time I'm inserting any in-text citation or reference, it gives you the option to choose the referencing style. I will go with the APA 7th edition. Okay, once you select that, you just click on OK, and Zotero will use this referencing style throughout your document. Okay, now you see this pop-up box. It gives you an option to type any keyword. Okay, you just have to type any keyword of that particular document you want to cite. Maybe the first name of the author or a word in the title, and Zotero will give you options from which you can choose. Okay, so I just basically will want to type Chinese. Okay, and I realized that Zotero gives me options, drop down list of all the documents in my library which bearing the name Chinese. Okay, I have a lot of documents showing because when you search from here, Zotero searches all the documents in your library. It doesn't search the documents in your folder alone, but searches all the documents in your library. That's why you see a lot of documents popping up here. So let me choose this work, Alden and Davis 2006. Okay, once it's selected and I press the enter key, Zotero automatically inserts the in-text citation. If I should click on it, I realize that everything is automatically selected, which means it's actually inserted in by Zotero. Okay, so this is how you actually do an in-text citation, Okay, now let's say you still want to do an in-text citation, however, you want to do some changes. You realize that here, Alden and Davis, Zotero use an ampersand sign. Okay, but probably the requirements of your documents, you desire to use and. in letters A and D instead of the ampersand sign. Okay, how then do you go about it? You just have to click on the add/edit citation, type any keyword. Okay, type any keyword. I get a lot of drop down options. Okay, now I'll choose this document 8 cases with Chinese characteristics. Okay, but I don't want to use this ampersand sign again. I just have to click on this drop down arrow here, choose classic view. Once classic view is selected, I can click on show editor. Once I click on the show editor, I have the option to clean this ampersand sign and replace it with an end. Okay, and if I should click on OK, Zotero now uses end instead of the ampersand sign. Okay, so you take note, ampersand sign. Okay, now the next thing I want to show is, sometimes when you are working on your research, you want to make a direct statement, or you want to treat the author as the subject of the statement you are making. Okay, let's say sometimes you realize that in our document we sometimes may come across statement that Allen 2007, maybe 2005 discovered that. Okay, then the statement continues. How then are you able to make the author the subject of the statement? Okay, how then are we able to make the author the subject of the statement? To do this particular kind of citation, you just have to click on add or edit citation, so search for the desired document. Okay, search for the desired document. Once you find the desired document, just choose any of the desired documents. Let me choose this Costard and Rick document. Okay, I just have to click on the drop down arrow again, choose classic view, and you see this option here, suppress author. Once I click on the suppress author and click on OK, it now omits the author and maintains the year. Okay, so now I can basically type the name of the author directly there, and you realize that once I click on the year, it automatically highlights it, which means Zotero actually sees this as an in-text citation. Okay. Now, quickly before I end this video, after having all your in-text citation, how then do you insert your bibliography, or how do you insert your list of references? Okay, to insert your list of references, you just have to click on add or edit bibliography. Once you click on this, Zotero automatically insert all the works you inserted into your document. All the text you cited in your document are automatically inserted by Zotero. Okay, and basically you have it already indented, already arranged alphabetically, chronologically, and it's what makes Zotero actually amazing. Okay, now this is actually the APA style of referencing. Probably maybe you submitted to a journal and you realize that the journal have a different referencing format. How then do you quickly change to the desired referencing style of the journal, or to suit the requirements of the document you are preparing? You don't have to redo everything again. Okay, to change the referencing style, you just have to choose the option document preferences. Once you select this option, you have the option to choose any referencing style you want. And let me go with Harvard, the Elsevier. Okay, Elsevier Harvard with titles. Once I click on this referencing style, I choose OK. Automatically Zotero converts every referencing style into the Elsevier Harvard style. Okay, just a few clicks and Zotero automatically does that for you. Okay, so these are just some few or the basic things you just have to know about Zotero, and you can basically use these tips to make your referencing work and any bibliographic work of yours very, very easy. Okay, very, very easy. So I'll end our video here today. Kindly stay in tune for subsequent video uploads on this channel. Thank you. See you later.